Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are covering the over-the-wire war games, the Natas. If you've never done over-the-wire, it's a lot of fun. They have a bunch of different type of war games. Some of them were pulled from other sources and then aggregated and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into it. If you've never done this, it's a lot of fun. The Natas is based on web app pen testing, so this is all web app stuff. And you can see there's a lot of levels here. We're going to just do the first 10 in this video, and then we're going to keep going, but it's going to take some time. So if you guys like this type of stuff, if you like content like this, go ahead and drop a like, hit that sub button. We're almost to 5K. And then also, guys, check out the Discord, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of good stuff in there, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first one, you can see this is how it works. You go in, you type this, open the link, and then it's asking for a username and password. Well, we have that. It's Natas0. So we go ahead and take a look. You can find the password for the next level on this page. Okay, so they give you some hints. That's nice. I like that. So let's view the page source. Okay, and then here's the password. Perfect. So we start off real easy. So we copy that. Okay, well, now we have the password, so we can go ahead and exit this because we have the password. And you can see here, they give you the username each time. So now we're on to Natas1. And I paste the password, and we got right in. You can find the password for the next level on this page, but right-clicking has been blocked. Oof. Okay, so we can't right-click. Well, lucky for us, we can just go over here and go to Tools and say Developer Tools and just view the source this way. We could just view it anyway. No, I'm not going to log in for that. We could just do it this way. More tools, and just go to page source that way. And there you go. That prevented me from having to log in again. Alright, so now we're on to Natas 2. And so far, I know you guys, some of you may be thinking, okay, this is really easy. I don't know why you're showing this. It ramps up, so don't worry. Okay, Natas 2. Paste the password. Okay, there's nothing on this page. Okay, so if there's nothing on this page, first off, we don't believe them, right? We want to always check the page source. Just take a look. Okay, we look. The stuff in the header has nothing to do with it. Okay, so there's nothing on this page, but they do have this file here. So why do they have this file? Let's click on it and see. Okay, pixel.png, view the page source. Well, we're viewing the page source, excuse me. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's saying there's 1 by 1 pixels. Well, let's try and get rid of the pixel and see if we can just go to the files. Oh, and we can. Okay. And then users.txt, and wow, there is Natas3 right there. Perfect. So they referenced the file in there, and so we just were able to go to it. Pretty easy. Okay, now we go to Natas3. Okay, so now it says there's nothing on this page. Is this the same page we just did? Hopefully not. Okay, so this is, nope, it's not the same. But if you look at the page source, this one gives you a hint too. They all give you hints, right? No more information leaks. So they didn't accidentally leave the file path here. Okay. Not even Google will find it this time. Well, that gives us a hint. If not even Google will find it, if you know how web crawlers work, you know that they don't search robots.txt file. So all we should have to do is go to robots.txt file. Okay, so there's another secret directory. So we go secret. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There's another users.txt, and there's Natas4. Okay, so now we can go here and go to the level 3 to 4. We can close that one. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm already logged into this one, which is awesome. Saves us time. Okay, so now access disallowed. You're visiting from blank, while authorized users should come only from Natas 5. So this, you can tell this is going to affect the referrer. If you guys don't know, in the header you put a referrer, and a lot of websites will only, I say a lot, not a lot, but some websites will only allow you to come in if you came from a certain place. And the reason for that is they might have a route that you're supposed to take. So I log into their website, and then once I'm logged in, I'm on the home page. Then from the home page, in order for me to access something, I have to click over here and go to, this page. And then on that page is a link, and you can only access it if you're coming from that page. Okay, cool. So what do we do, right? Well, we're going to use a little extension called tamper data. Pretty cool little extension. We'll tamper it. We hit refresh, and you can see, yep, okay. And then now it lets us change all the data in the header. So what do we need to change? We just need to change the referrer. We need to put this one in. Okay, copy. Then where's that tamper data at? Okay, so now we just need to put in referrer, and this will tell it that we came from Natas 5. We say okay, and look at that. The password for Natas 5 is, it gave us right in. Perfect. So now we can just go to Natas 5. And we're going to stop the tampering. Okay, Natas 5. Natas 5. Okay, did I mistype the password? Or is this Natas 5 to 6? Natas 5. Okay, give me a sec. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, we have the Natas 5 password, right? Okay, let's see. Natas 5. Okay. I don't know if I copied a space in there or something. Okay, Natas 5. Or maybe I didn't copy it. There we go. I must have copied a space or something. Okay, access disallowed. You are not logged in. Okay, so we're not logged in. That's good to know. So let's go ahead and take a look and use the developer tools, because we know, and of course we have to log back in. We know whenever they're saying something about logging in, how would they know we're not logged in, right? Well, the only way they would know is if we have some sort of cookie that, or session ID that's validating that. So we come over here, we look at cookies, and okay, well, the logged in cookie is set to 0, which means not true or not logged in. So we set it to 1, hit enter, and refresh the page. Wow, we're logged in now. According to them, they think we're logged in. So the password for Natas 6 is right here. Perfect. Okay, moving right along. Okay, input secrets. Okay, let's just see what it does. We'll put secret. Wrong secret. Okay, that's fine. So this one, it's giving us the source code. Okay, so source code includes secret inc. Okay. So why does it include that secret.inc? Okay. And then you can see access granted, the password for Natas 7 is, okay, so it's pulling the secret from there, but we have to give it the proper secret or else it prints wrong secret, right? So let's go ahead and look into it. So here they give us this includes secret inc, right? So let's try and go to it. I wonder if they messed up and just left it open for us. Includes secret.inc. Okay, so there's nothing here. Secret. Oh, so there was nothing on the page initially, but there is if you look at the source code of this page, because all it's doing is pulling this one piece of data. So we have the secret now. So now we go back and we say, okay, let's put this secret in, and boom, they give us the password. Okay, cool. So that one's getting a little bit harder. A lot of fun. I like that one. Okay, so now we're 6 to 7, I believe. And this is why I keep the old one up every time until I'm finished, because sometimes I do get confused. What the heck? Password for Natas 7 is... Okay, and then we're on Natas 7. I don't know what's going on with the copy and paste. Okay, so this one has a couple of links, so that's interesting because we haven't had anything so far really for links. Home would probably take us to here. This is the front page. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. And about. Okay, so we see here that they're actually referencing the page up here. They're saying equal to. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting to us, right? Because why are they referencing it? Well, let's go ahead and look at it. So there's different ways you can do this one, but let's see if we can reference files on the actual server itself. So one file I always reference is just the Etsy password file because it's readable by everybody. Oh, okay. So we can read the Etsy password file for everybody. So now, if we just did some digging, because we could access any files, we would find that under Etsy there's a Natas web pass. And some people may say, how do you know this? Well, the Natas site actually is, all the passwords are stored in this, so you can always refer back to it, or not refer back to it, but you can always find it when you're trying to find different ones. Now, some people also might say, well, why don't you just use this box and grab all of them? That's not how it works. It doesn't have permissions to do that. It's only going to grab the one that you're actually looking for. So we're looking for Natas 8. And look at that. There's Natas 8. Now, what I'm saying here is you can't just go Natas 9, permission denied. See what I'm saying? So that's how we know the path. It's just Etsy, because they kept it in the Etsy, and then Natas web pass. So they're keeping all the web passwords there. Okay, that's where they're storing them. You could do a bunch of things for enumeration and stuff like that to figure that out, especially since they're giving you access. But I'm telling you, that's where it's at. So now we're moving on to 8. Natas 8. Okay, we've only got 2 more. I don't know what's going on with the copy and paste here. It's like when I go to the new page, it like uncopies it. Maybe I gotta right click every time to paste for it to work. Nope. Interesting. Natas 8. And then we're logging into Natas 8. There we go. Okay. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Okay, so we're back to this again with the input secret submit query. Well, we know we don't know the secret, so we'll view the source code first. Okay, so they give us the encoded secret, so that tells us right off the bat we're going to need to decode this. So first thing I'm going to do is open CyberChef. Okay, so the encoded secret is secret. Oh, that's cool. They're actually giving us how they're encoding it. That makes our job pretty easy if you think about it. We already know how they're doing it. They're using hex, reverse, then base 64 encoding. So all we got to do is input the code. There's our secret, right? Yep, there's our secret. So now all we got to do is say from hex, okay, and then you can tell that this is probably base 64 encoding, but it doesn't make any sense because the equal signs are used for padding in base 64 encoding, and they're in the front. They would never be in the front. They'd be in the back. Well, if we look at the source code, it says they did strings reverse. Okay, so all we got to do is reverse the strings, and then we can say, okay, now let's do base 64 encoding. And okay, we got a secret now. Is this the right secret? Let's find out. So we go back, paste, boom, we got it. Okay, so that one was pretty easy because the source code told us how they encoded that password. So we just had to reverse it. Pretty cool, pretty easy. Okay, so now we're going to 9. Wow, that one actually worked. Okay, find words containing blank, search. Okay, so let's view the source code and see what it's doing. Okay, so it's grepping whatever we put, and then it's reading this dictionary.txt. Okay, let's just see how it functions real quick. So find words containing the. We search. Okay, so it's reading a dictionary file, and then all of these dictionary files, it's pulling out, it's grepping everything, right? So what do we need to do? Well, we know the location, right? Because it's the Etsy Natas web pass. So we know that. So now all we got to do is see it. We know it's running a direct command on the server, right? It's running grep. Can we break out of that? What if we do this? What if we say colon? Because on command line, when you're running a command, if you put a colon, it ends that command and goes to the next. So what if we say colon ls? Uh-oh. So we see the dictionary.txt file. So now what if we say, we don't know where we're at on the web server, right? We don't know if what directory we're at. We could say present working directory and we could actually get it. Okay, so we know we need to go back to the root directory to get to the, or we could do a direct path, but we're going to do it this way. So we're going to say, we basically want to cat the Etsy Natas, and this is where I was saying you can enumerate. I could sit here and ls the entire directories and find everything I need to find, but I'm just going to save you guys the time and go to it, web pass, and then we need, which one was it? The Natas 10. So we're just going to cat it here. So we're going to open it and read it. Boom. So you notice it actually completed the dictionary one as well. It did grep it, but then it ended that command and gave us the password. So all it is remote code execution, basically. So pretty cool, pretty easy stuff. And then we're going to go to level 9 to 10, which is our last one for this video anyway. And the next videos will probably be, they won't have as many because these ones I could fly through on a video. The next one will, they'll be slowing down because I'll explain them more. These are very, very, very simple so far. Okay, so for security reasons, we now filter on certain characters. Okay, so let's look at, okay, so it's grep again, but this time they're filtering. So let's try and do our colon again and say ls. Okay, so it contains illegal characters. So we could do, you know, some different things. Okay, illegal characters. We could do, there's a couple different things we could do. It's not, but I just want to see what's illegal. Those are all illegal characters. Okay, so that's fine. We can't do it that way. But what we can do is we can read that source code again and check something. Okay, so it's grepping what we give it. Okay, well, if you know how grep works, it's going to open the file and read it, right? That's just what it does. So what could we do? Well, it's grepping whatever file we tell it. So what do? We actually just tell it, okay, search for your little whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. And you could put anything here because it's just going to grep it. So then we say, but, because I'll show you the source code, it's going to say grep, then it's going to say, okay, well, you need to tell me what to look for. And we said A, you could put A, B, C, D. You could put a word. You can put whatever you want because that's going to put the key. But then after the key, we hit a space and we have another another file we're going to put in there. Well, if you know how grep works, grep will let you put multiple files. So the command will now say grep tech I for case insensitive, search for A, and search for A in, and we're going to tell it the etc Natas web pass file, and then it'll do that one and dictionary.txt. Okay, so let's try it. So we'll say A. It doesn't really matter what you put. You can put apple here. And then we'll say etc Natas web pass. And then, what was it? It's the Natas 11. Alright. And now, if you notice, okay, so that one, it actually searched the... There we go. I didn't even realize there's that many words in there. Let's just do A. There we go. Okay, so, and then you can see it's actually pulled out all of these different words that have A in it, obviously. But what did it do? It showed us, it actually grepped this. And the reason it didn't work the first time, pretty obvious. This doesn't have apple in it, right? Doesn't. So it did grep it, but it doesn't have the word apple in it. So it didn't find it. But the likelihood of it having A, pretty good. Even if it didn't, okay, I could change to E, I could change to S, you know, common word or letters, and then it found it. So now, there's your password right there. So now we're on to Natas 11. Now, I'm going to stop there for this video. I will do another one, and we'll keep going. If you guys like this type of stuff, let me know, because this is a little different than some of the stuff I normally do, because this is more web app pen testing, and also this is more, these games deal 100% with web apps, basically. This one anyway, Natas does. And so I wanted to see how you guys gauge it, see if you guys like it. If you guys have more questions on it, hop in the Discord and ask, because I know I'm going through them fast, but these ones are very easy, and just somebody with no hacking knowledge could stumble through these just by playing with it and wasting time on it. So I wanted to make sure you guys get the answers, see what I'm doing, and then also now I can gauge if this is something that you guys like, and then we can continue going. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and thanks so much.